Hello everybody, welcome to Creative Chess channel. I'm happy to say that I'm opening a new rubrics which is called Analyzing Games with my subscribers. What does it mean? So if you want your game to be analyzed by me, then you can put in the commentaries to this video your games and to ask me analyze it, and I'll make a video so to tell you and will tell you about your mistakes. So the game which I analyzed today, I just took randomly. I was playing against a guy, Russian guy with a very difficult for pronunciation nick. It was 10 minute game. I was playing white, and I played e4. He played e5, d4. So my plan was just to play some gambit, but my opponent played knight to c6, and I decided why not to transpose everything in my favorite Scotch. So this is Scotch main line, and you see there are three deviations here. One, bishop c5, which is the most popular move, and it is played by a lot of GMs like Aronian, Carlsen, Nakamura, and a lot of other players. There is another move, it's knight f6, which is played by such players as Artemiev, Fedoseev, Grandelius, Naka also plays this from time to time. But the third most popular move is knight to d4. No GMs play this. To my mind, I call it lazy opening because, to my mind, if you know nothing, you just play like this, trying to avoid all the main lines. I searched the chess base and found only one game played by GMs. Very strange game. So why? Because one GM lost to another only in 9 moves. I don't know what it was. Actually, yeah. So uh, actually, there were two Russian grandmasters. I forgot for the name of the first one. The second was Bacharov, and so Bacharov played knight to f6. His opponent played queen e5, bishop e7, queen returned to d4. You see e5 is coming. Bishop went to d6, e5. I don't know what was in the head of the person playing black, but he played c5, and the white just took. The game went on, but here computer already shows +9 in white's favor, of course. Very strange game, but it's the only game played by GMs in this variation connected with knight to d4. So, guys, first of all, I don't recommend this opening. Better just have a look at the games which are played by famous GMs in this or that variation and choose this one. Okay, my opponent took, he played knight f6. Very bad opening, a very bad choice, because here I might have played e5. I didn't do this, but you see that black didn't fight for the center, and that's always bad when your opponent isn't fighting for the center. But I didn't play e5, instead I played knight to c3. He played bishop e7, which is a very, very bad move. Just imagine here if I played e5, I would have already +5, and only 6 moves passed. +5 had white. So what does it mean? It means that black just needs to choose another opening or play that one correctly, and don't forget at least to play d6 to fight for the center a little bit and not to allow e5 moves. But I think I was on my own wave because I wanted to come to what I usually play here, like this, because that's why I didn't pay any attention to this e5 possibility, and I played f3. Castle, bishop e3, b6, and here I had a very good move, castle, which looks natural. Instead I thought, okay, so I would play g4 and then castle, so why not? But Here black had a very, very nice move. I made a terrible mistake not castling. And here black could have equalized. How? With the move d5. They should have played d5. So what is the idea of d5? So now you start struggling for the center. My king is still in the center. His king is safe and sound. Okay, it seems that we are giving a pawn, so why not to take it? In this case, white is just lost because bishop goes to c5, queen goes, and you see rook e8. So the last possibility to protect is to play knight to d1, but knight goes to d5. Again, we are taking this poor bishop. So here white is completely lost. So again, d5 was a great move for white, but for black, sorry, but instead they just played c5. It's a bad move. I retreated to d2. Knight goes to e8. 11 moves passed, and look at the black's pieces. They're all standing very, very passively. How are you going to outplay your opponent when your pieces are standing on the last rank? Very bad strategy. Okay, so just at least to open some bishop, maybe try to, because it's clear that white would castle here, at least to bring some pieces into the game, at least start something active on the queen side, for example, but not to stand like this, not to wait to be checkmated. Okay, I castled, knight goes to c7 and g5. I start pushing my pawns. I want to push them and try to open the black king. If you remember, yes, these rules, we have castled to different sides. That's why we should push our pawns. Okay, my opponent is playing f6. Very bad move, really bad move, because he's opening light squares, and now I can attack his king. Instead, again, this idea with d6, bishop goes to d6, maybe start attacking. He needs to create some counterplay, but he isn't doing. Instead, he's opening his own king. I play with tempo, and now I made a very, very good move. And this move is g6. It's impossible to play h6, and it's clear because of this easy sacrifice, and if he takes, just checkmate. So that's why my opponent didn't play h6, instead he played b5, trying to distract the attention of my bishop. I took, and he took. And I didn't want to take his knight because I wanted to checkmate him already. That's why I decided to play queen g2 with the idea of queen h3 and then checkmating him. My idea was nice, but it was done incorrectly. Here, white have a very, very cool idea, cool move. Guys, if you find it, so call yourself a genius of today. So please stop the video and find the move for white. Okay. Here white should have played queen d5. That's a great move. Why? First of all, you are taking the black rook. And then, if the rook retreats, then you switch your attention to the king side. And now already black can't avoid checkmate. Again, h6, and bishop just takes to h6. But queen g2 was giving black some opportunity to protect. But the move isn't very simple. Here, protection goes with the move f5. The idea is after queen goes to h3, black can just close everything with bishop h4. And if white wants to distract the attention of the bishop, hoping that it would take and we would checkmate them, in this case, black has a tricky idea of checking the white king, and after going to b1, playing just h6. Super good defense of black, so they might have protected, but of course a f5 move is quite difficult to find. So instead, my opponent played knight to d4, and now his position is completely lost. So I played queen h3. There is no protection here already. And after d5, the idea is clear, just to prevent my bishop from taking the g8 square. But here I played bishop to g7. He took, and it's checkmate. And if we just speaking briefly, so what I would recommend to my opponent. First of all, change the opening. So this idea is too simple to be right. Uh, have a look, choose between two these moves. You may just uh, look into a chess base, find some games connected with either knight f6 or bishop c5, study some of them and play the same. Then don't forget to fight for the center. So why? You see your opponent might have played e5 and then what to do with the knight? A lot of problems. The same story is here. It's even worse that here already you see knight doesn't have any good moves. Here goes into g4 and if to go back, what is that? So it's awful. And then don't forget that you're playing against humans, that even if your opponent seems very high rated to you, it doesn't mean that he or she doesn't make any mistakes. And when I played this move of g4, he might have played d5 and equalized the game. Okay, guys, so please send in these commentaries your games. I will analyze you, make videos, and I hope you will understand chess better. So guys, thanks for you watching me. Please subscribe to my YouTube chess channel. See you in my next videos and bye bye.